Hi, Abraham Lincoln. It's Mrs. Tramey, and I am here today to celebrate Unity Day with you. One day a year where people all around the world come together, they wear orange, and they celebrate the word unity. Unity encompasses friendship, acceptance, caring, all of those things that here at Abraham Lincoln we try to do all the time. And we celebrate them more than just one day a year. But this year, for Unity Day, we are continuing our October focus of I Will Be Accepting. So today, I have a fun story to share with you. SPORK, that sends that message of acceptance that we have been working so hard on this month. Here's SPORK. SPORK was neither a spoon nor a fork. He was a bit of both. You guys are experts on sporks because that's what we have in the lunchroom. He had a mom and a dad, both who thought he was just perfect, just the way he is. And I know that all of your parents think that about all of you. I think that about all of you, and so do your teachers. You are perfect, just the way you are. But SPORK stuck out. In the kitchen, forks were forks and spoons were spoons. Cutlery customs were followed closely. Mixing was uncommon. Naturally, there were rule breakers. Knives who loved chopsticks and tongs who married forks. But such families were very unusual. One day, after the billionth time that he was asked, "What are you anyway?" And the zillionth time he was passed over when the table was being set. SPORK sighed and thought, might just be easier to be one single thing. And he decided he'd try to pick just one thing to be. He thought he could try fixing it by putting something on his head. He put a bowler hat on to look more spoonish, but the forks thought he was too round. Then he made a paper crown to look more like a fork, but the spoons thought he was too pointy. SPORK wondered if there were any other lonely creatures out there with no matching kind who never got to be chosen at the table. At dinner time, he watched from the drawer. While the spoons played pea hockey and skillfully balanced boiled eggs, he sat off to the side while the forks raked fancy patterns in the mashed potatoes and twirled noodles in complicated circles like rhythmic gymnasts. At the end of this and every other meal, SPORK looked on while the others enjoyed a bubbly bath in the sink. So he's saying, I never have to get washed because I'm never dirty. Until one morning, a messy thing arrived. This messy thing had obviously never heard of cutlery customs or table manners. No, this messy thing smeared and spilled and flung and clumped and dripped without a care. Wait, said the forks, but the messy thing did not wait. Careful, said the spoons, but the messy thing was not careful. Help, said the forks, while the messy thing continued to slop and splatter. Quick, said the spoons. Wonder what's going to happen. Now, a fork might be good for poking and picking, and a spoon might be fine for scooping and stirring, but this messy thing is slurpy and clumpy, half-finished food bits needing something else. Something that could do all sorts of things at once, something flexible and easy to hold, something that was neither a spoon nor a fork, but a bit of both. Sounds like a job for SPORK. That's when SPORK landed. The messy thing saw SPORK and immediately stopped and gurgled. It grabbed Spork and held him motionless in his fist. It tapped him once and let out a cheerful shriek. It wagged Spork excitedly up and down. And that's how Spork finally and happily found his way to the table. Boys and girls, who was making that slurpy, gobbly, gooky mess? It was just a baby learning to eat. If any of you have younger brothers and sisters or cousins or friends, or maybe your parents or grandparents could even tell you a story about when you were this age and what it looked like when you were eating. It's not very clean feeding a baby. Just a bit round, just a bit pointy, and just right. The baby in this story was accepting of Spork just the way he is. Spork wasn't the right job for many other people and many other things, but the little baby, it's exactly what he needed. Boys and girls, as you think of Spork and you think about our theme of acceptance and being accepting, I want you to always remember to be curious about what's different and be excited to find out what's different between you, your friends, your family members, and understanding that we are accepting of all differences and all things that make us unique. It doesn't make someone weird or strange. Being different is incredibly special, and that's why you are who you are. So today, we unite, we celebrate unity and togetherness, and part of that is accepting all of the ways in which we are different. I hope you enjoyed this story. Spork.